Domestic violence accusations can affect the relationship a parent has with their kids and parental rights. If you're facing domestic violence allegations, I'll break down how courts handle these time-sensitive cases and how my team can help you. If you look online, a lot of firms will say that domestic violence automatically recuses you from the ability to make decisions for your children, and that's just not true. Typically, if there is an incidence of domestic violence, the court will look at the severity, where the parties are, how long ago did it happen, is the matter pre or post decree, because they're going to give different significance to that depending on whether or not a decree of dissolution has already been issued and they already have orders, or is it something that's happening that's going to impact the initial orders. Because ultimately, per the law, we give paramount consideration to what is in the child's best interest, regardless of whether or not domestic violence occurred or not. And so typically we're looking at, can they still make joint decisions if domestic violence was an issue? So if there's a domestic violence incident involving the children that's going to have a continuing impact on that child, the court's more likely to order supervised parenting time. If you file a motion to restrict and the allegations are appropriate and the court thinks that this person needs supervised parenting time, they get the supervised parenting time, and then they'll set an emergency hearing and then determine whether or not that should continue. Other times there might just be a motion that's filed where the court says, hey, these things have occurred that have impacted this child. There's an imminent threat to their emotional or physical safety, like the endangerment standard, or it's just in that child's best interest to limit that contact until they deal with other issues. And again, sometimes that relates to, does this person need mental health services? Is this something that's ongoing and continuing? Is this something that the child is resistant and they're of the age to say, I don't want to have this contact? And so now we're seeing a change in the legislature in terms of what we're going to do with kids and if we're going to force reunification if the other parent that committed the domestic violence is removed. A domestic violence allegation can be devastating for a parenting plan or that parent's relationship with their child if it's found to be true. But there are always ways to sort of correct those kind of issues with the right legal counsel. I always recommend to my clients getting an attorney because that's our job, is to navigate those legal conundrums and help you with those issues so that you can get to the right destination.